Hello, everyone, and welcome to Diet D&D. I will be your DM this time, Daniel, and with me is Walkus, played by Artificial Imagination.
Hello.
The last time we were together in this particular format, Walkus here decided to explore a sealed cavern that was unearthed via an earthquake. And what did he find in there but a civilization of monsters? Civil monsters. Well, unfortunately, that's not the only thing he unearthed. He also accidentally unearthed a bunch of elementals. Since then, he has been tasked with hunting them down in order to prevent nature from overturning the natural order.
And so our adventure begins.
Precisely. Well, since you went home to your town, to your kingdom,
Egypt.
you have gathered information. You sent out for any anomalies to be reported to your kingdom,
Right?
and something really close to home has actually showed up rather quickly. A town northwest of your kingdom, within your territory still, has experienced unusual droughts. Now, it's normally rather dry. It's in a desert. However, it is a wonderful farming area as it is full of natural oasis seas.
Northwest, you say?
Yes,
How much northwest? Are we right here in the Bundaj Mountains?
at the foots of at the feet of the mountains.
So not a major town.
Not a major town.
Ah, okay.
Oop, dog just fell off the bed. Anyway,
Alright.
it is not a major town. However, it is normally a very vibrant town because of the natural oases in this area.
Right.
So it's exceptionally odd that they're experiencing drought.
This time of year, right?
It's spring. The mountain, since they're at the foot of the mountains, close to the desert, you expect the water to fall off the mountains, melting,
Mm-hmm.
snow. But that's not the case. Your town has sent relief aid to them, caravans with water and some additional food. But you have deemed it necessary to investigate.
Of course.
Uh, Unfortunately, your harpy girlfriend, whatever,
Mm.
Lissay, cannot make it to this one,
She is
as
doing ambassador things with Tad.
she has immense amounts of ambassador things to deal with. And Tad is thoroughly enjoying
The overworld.
the sun, the rocks, mostly the rocks.
Yes.
Instead, joining you today, for some unknown reason,
You
is the
volunteered.
slime barkeep.
Slick.
Yep. He doesn't do much talking, but whenever he approaches you and you ask him a question, are you ready to go? He jiggles enthusiastically.
He has a form of sign language.
Correct.
I'll say this.
He is slightly expressive.
Alright.
Uh, you enter the town. You get there. What's the first thing you do?
As soon as I get to the town, I would look for the look about any of the townsfolk to see if anyone has any mention or any sort of guiding knowledge of any possible source or lack thereof of the town's water supplies. Like, are the natural springs empty? Are they just dried up? What do these people know? What further info can they give me?
Well, there's normally one very large like Oasis Lake.
Hmm.
But no one can actually get to that as it's deep in the mountains, or not in the mountains, but in the desert part of the area of the town.
Right.
But normally there's also a few smaller oases, but they seem to be completely parched, as in the plant life has dried up, shriveled up, is dying. There's just no water anywhere.
Right. Are the
Uh,
town? Does the town have wells?
the town has a few wells, and they are also completely barren.
Ah, okay.
The water is just gone.
Can I
Also,
tell if there's a natural temperature rise in this town compared to, I guess, the usual?
well, considering it is in the desert, it's a little warm. But
Naturally.
you ask around, and it turns out that normally in the desert it gets cooler at night. Well, it's actually gotten a lot hotter at night, and night is shorter than it normally should be.
Hmm. Almonds.
What is the next thing you do? Do you want
Uh,
to ask around for any more information people can give you?
I will see if anyone has anything more relevant or, more guiding than just the common knowledge like that. But other than that, I think I will try make my way towards one of the dried up oases.
Okay. You ask around, and a traveling merchant who traveled from over the mountains, says that it must be the heat playing tricks with his eyes. But right where where the big lake used to be, because he's traveled this route 1,000 times,
Right?
right where that big lake used to be, is now like this wall.
Well, I have a quick flash of PTSD. Sorry.
But this wall, it looks like a building, but it must be just the mountains.
I take knowledge of this and thank the man for his simple yet very useful information, and will go to see what I can see.
Okay, and you said you wanted to start off with one of the big lakes?
I want to start off with wherever he pointed me towards for this wall.
Then that would be the biggest lake, the large oasis.
The main oasis. Okay.
Well, you start approaching, and there is, in fact, a shimmering stone wall in the bottom of the lake bed.
Am I standing, I guess, lakeside, like at the shoreline?
You should be, yes.
Okay. From the shoreline, how deep does the oasis go?
This is a proper lake. I would say about 30 feet, 40 feet.
And where does the wall stand about on height of this?
It stands about, I'd say, 25 feet, 30 feet.
If the oasis were to be filled with water to its normal capacity, would the wall be visible?
No, given the immense amount of sunlight, the light would completely reflect off the surface, and you could not see it. No one had any clue that this was there.
Alright. And you said shimmering. Obviously the wall is being reflective right now. Can I tell what the wall is made of?
For this, give me a perception check. Or a knowledge check.
Ooh,
Yeah, let's do knowledge.
as in intelligence or wisdom? Knowledge
Intelligence.
Yes, but
Do you know your rocks?
Oh, no, my rocks. I do not want to keep having to manually roll this. 14.
It is pretty much sandstone with quartz embeveled in it.
Okay, so somewhat natural.
Yes.
Alright.
It's like it was completely carved out of a giant rock in the middle of the desert, and it just happened to fill with water one day.
Is it just as you state, a gigantic wall? Does it have a shape or a structure or even a design to it?
It seems to be a circular wall with a few holes in the bottom of it.
A few holes.
Think the Olympus Coliseum.
Ah, okay.
And with that, do you care to enter?
And with that, I will look and talk to my good friend Slick here.
What do you ask him?
I kind of flip through this little piece of parchment, scratching down some useless notes, and ask him what he thinks.
He jiggles enthusiastically and then morphs himself into an arrow pointing towards the Coliseum.
Okay, buddy, I appreciate it, but this isn't going to work. I want to use detect thoughts and have some sort of mental connection with Slick to at least get some vague word out of him.
He says we should go.
Thank you. Communication is key. Though I appreciate you and your cultures, I'm gonna need a little more than that. So words sound good to me right now.
His thought is, what can I do without a mouth? I was not created to have a mouth.
I tell him I feel sorry for that and I apologize.
You should see how I eat. It's not fun.
Some other time. With that, I will make my way down towards the Coliseum and get practically right up to it unless anything changes.
Nothing changes.
Alright, I guess I'm like right up at it. Are there doors of any kind?
They are just large archways
Do they
with
seem...
with portcullises at the top.
Alright. Do the doorways seem to be gated? Or doored?
No, they are large open circles with the iron bars at the top.
Iron bars. Alright. Just standing from the doorway, can I tell if there are any mechanisms to activate these bars just from like where I'm standing outside? Like anything obviously mechanical or whatnot. The other doorknobs.
There doesn't seem to be anything mechanical, however there are grooves in the wall, so it is exceptionally obvious that these bars will come down at some point.
Alright.
Or have come down at some point.
How large is this doorway? Is it my size or is it like a larger doorway?
The door actually is about 15 feet tall.
Alright. From the doorway, does it just fade to black? What can I see from the doorway?
You can see all the way to the interior of the Coliseum, where there's another light shining. It's like a large, dark tunnel that goes straight forward.
Alright.
And the floor is sand.
It's essentially riverbed.
Essentially.
Alright. I want to check the traps real quick, and then I just want to waltz in.
Roll for traps?
What do I roll for traps?
Perception.
I don't want to roll for traps. Right to roll to protect against traps.
Go for it.
I'm disabling manually rolling dice.
No traps. Nothing. It's just sand.
Right, just try to be careful. I will
Especially after your
step
first.
through the archway.
Excellent. You are met with, after you make it through the darkness of the tunnel. Oop. Too much scrolling.
Guessing I'll be about here.
Precisely.
Right.
You are met with blinding light and a
cliche.
Can you see that? Nope, didn't work. Come on.
I'm still
Work
blinded.
with me, mouse.
Ooh. Ooh.
It took me a while to find this. I hope you enjoy it.
Looks good. Don't tell me those statues are all hand placed.
No, they are not.
Okay, I was about to say that's pretty good.
I wish they were
Oh, I
hand-placed.
recognize these tokens. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Whoa, map, hang on. I can't zoom out far enough to get a good view real quick.
That's alright.
There's a tent outside. Okay, so I see exactly this, unless DM wants to clarify otherwise.
Yes, you see exactly this at the moment. For some reason, the absolute end of the Colosseum is shrouded in pitch black smoke.
It's a little overcasty. It's far distance to see. Okay.
No, this one is lit. It's literally pitch dark smoke.
Oh, oh my, something's on fire. Um, with these large statues, do I recognize or can I recognize any of these?
If you roll wisdom,
20.
these are all famous warriors of the different classes.
Legendary fighters of sorts.
Emphasis on legendary because these have been so far out of normal day life. They have not been mentioned in any time recently. They are mythic.
Fairy tales, even.
Precisely.
Mm.
You feel that this is a hidden coliseum where these people had proven their worth.
So this thing has been here for ages, not just recently found, but people couldn't see it because of the oasis.
Precisely. It has
Ooh.
been a millennia since this thing has been seen.
Wiping the starstruck from my eyes, I turned to Slick. We found Atlantis. Um, I want to try and walk about here
Okay.
and kind of begin walking inside and try and get a good fix on whatever this magical doodad is glowing in the middle.
Alright. Don't forget you've got control of Slick.
I'm gonna kind of urge him to walk around the other side.
Okay. Feel
Right
free to
here
get a
for
little
now.
closer. I'll give you to right up on the circle, no problem. If you want to.
I want to get to about right here.
Alright. There are 3 magical circles around a hole in the ground.
A pit, if you will.
A pit, a hole, a crevice, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you get there, you hear a booming voice with great ferocity.
But I'm where I'm at. Does it activate from there?
Yes, you can, no matter where you
Oh.
you would hear it.
Okay.
It is
okay.
like an omnipotent voice. Omnipresent voice. Welcome to the Colosseum, where you shall begin your trial by fire.
Dad? I quickly run around and taunt the voice.
You'll be screaming for your parents by the end of this match.
Ooh, it's got personality. I seem excited by this. Okay, magical voice. I take note of the big plume of smoke. I think you mean that literally.
Indeed I do.
Ooh, it's responsive. I whispered to myself.
The powers of nature have gathered the creatures of the desert to find the strongest one to use in our uprising. But we are not unfair. We have left a spot open for you in our tournament.
Can I ring a friend? I point to Slick.
You'll need him
Ooh.
if you can survive.
Can I use Identify and see what these magical rings do?
Absolutely.
I use Identify and see what these magical rings do.
Excellent. I just had to make sure that you just theorized. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
they are completely solid. You could walk on them. It's
Alright.
solid magic.
It's like a magic field.
It's like a magic field. It is either sealing something in or keeping something out.
Okay, last time I dealt with this, I didn't do so well. I might leave that alone for right this second. How strong does this magic appear to be? Can I influence it with other magic? Even, say, like dispel magic? Would that have any effect on it?
You are uncertain. It might have an effect,
Okay.
but they seem to be more event triggered
So I feel like something might activate it.
or deactivate it.
Oh, yes. Alright, I will kind of be turning around, taking sights and sounds in. I'll kind of urge Slick to kind of get closer on this side, because I feel like now we're going to be getting into some action shortly. What do I see around the walls? Are there like the actual seats and stands? Are there stairs upwards? Are there other doors?
There are. These little
I am not.
nodules.
I was about to say, you gotta point me in directions. I'm not zoomed all the way out.
Yep. Dotted all around the Colosseum are stairs up. Little stone stairs up into the bleachers.
All of these little out juttings are stairs?
All these juttings are stairs.
Okay. And
Which you can feel.
all this in the inner ring here, it would essentially be seats.
Yes.
Okay.
All of this brown in the.
Mm-hmm.
Those are seats.
Gotcha.
It's pretty much just sloped mud and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Best they can do when it's been drained.
Quick note. How long ago did this oasis dry up? We're talking weeks? Days? Hours?
Days ago.
Days ago. And this
Everything
place
is
is completely dry. No sign of drop of water.
Nothing.
No mud even.
Just this dry dirt/mud combination here.
Okay.
Do you want to give me a perception check?
Sure. We'll do that. A little low.
I'll give it to you. I mean, it's rather obvious. You left out around noon and arrived around, about sunset, or what should be sunset.
Oh my.
However, the sun is immediately above this Colosseum.
I look at my wrist as if I have some ethereal knowledge of something that no one else in this realm does. Then question myself for doing it. And then look up at the sky and adjust my thoughts. Why is... Okay, time's weird right now. Sun is not in the right position. Okay,
Nope,
magical
not.
booming voice. What's up?
Do you dare to enter this tournament?
I am here for a mission, and I think that might get me closer to my objective, so I will agree.
Then your entrance number is 8.
Man, I gotta wait in line.
You are immediately put in some form of stasis bubble.
Hey, no fair. I want you to dispel magic.
You can't. You are lifted above the Colosseum,
Oh my.
and the first match begins.
What about Slick? Whoa, wait a minute.
It's not you.
Is Slick doing the same thing? I mean, is he perfectly fine?
He's perfectly fine. He's in the stasis bubble right next to you.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, did I just get ditched from my cohort here?
No.
So we're just levitating above the field.
For safety.
How high? Are we over top of the wall? Or just like out of reach?
You are just out of reach. I mean, you're pretty much at the waistline of one of the statues.
Oh, okay.
The first match are the plague wolves of the mountains.
Wait. Do I have knowledge of plague wolves?
They are sentient zombie dogs.
Stale bread.
Essentially. However, they are notorious for spreading rot and disease. Not zombieism, but actual disease.
As expected.
Versus the desert serpent.
Knowledge check. I want to start learning.
Okay? You just so happen to bring a book of beasts with you.
I'm just sitting here chilling and pull out a book.
The desert serpent is a very, very large snake. Not normally found in this desert, but its venom is so powerful that it does not poison but petrifies.
Ooh.
And then it crushes its enemies into sand.
So it's a constrictor. But for
It is
poison.
rumored to be the start of the deserts.
Old snakes. Gotcha.
Yes. Well, this match begins. The desert snake attempts to take on one of the wolves by itself, because it cannot do multiple targets at once. However, the second plague wolf immediately starts attacking it from the rear. The snake cannot handle this. The snake begins to rot from the bites that it receives from the dogs. The snake is having a bad time. The snake dies. In a very surprising manner, because it's a giant snake. It should not have lost against these dogs. Especially only two.
I attempt to nudge my slime friend and tell him to take note.
He says, I don't have hands.
Are you really gonna be like this? Really? You're gonna...
I run a bar. What do you think?
You're going to be fighting.
The snake is no more, and his bones turn to ash.
I thought you could hold your own. Sitting here having like a midlife crisis bickering match with my friend here.
The plague wolves have been stasis bubbled as they move on to the next round.
Okay.
The booming voice states, even I did not expect that outcome.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna be the commentator. Oh jeez, this is gonna be great.
To be perfectly honest, my money was on the snake.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
But let's not dwell on that. Next, we have the mechanical spiders.
Mecha things. Mechanical. Roll for any knowledge. Mechanicals are not really heard of.
You can go ahead and roll.
Automatons. What do I know of these automatons?
That it's just the name. They generally cover themselves in iron and stuff that they steal from mills.
Such an interesting name.
Well, these two spiders...
I want to use prestidigitation real quick, or a mix of illusory. Whichever does it better, just to summon up some fake popcorn.
Prestidigitory.
Yay.
You've conjured actual popcorn.
Hooray! I have a snack.
The slime thinks you can really eat at a time like this.
I just give him a look because he knew what he knows what he did, and I kind of just hold the the little bag over and kind of shake it.
You could feel that if he had eyes, he'd be staring right through you.
Don't give me that. You're the one to start this.
The booming voice says, "If the peanut gallery is finished, I will announce the next combatant."
Wow, singling me out. Okay, I'm enjoying myself here, and he's... Please continue!
From the ground erupts a stone figure. A rather large golem appears,
Ooh.
made of naught but sandstone and quartz like the walls around you.
Alright.
The match begins with the spiders attempting to overtake him with the same swarmer mentality that the wolves showed.
Alright.
They bite down hard and break their teeth.
Yeah. Of course.
This match is over in an instant as the golem grabs them both and smashes them together.
Of course.
Green viscera and metal go flying everywhere. And right where their corpses lay dropped nothing but shards of metal and old broken swords that they've collected. All of their armor is covered in just green viscera.
Right.
Now that's what I was hoping to see, says the voice. Crushing pests like they are. Just what we need for our uprising of nature. Just think, this will probably be you.
I don't have a good line, so I'm going to be quiet.
Oh, nothing witty this time, huh?
I didn't say that aloud.
Your silence is just, oh, nothing. Just your silence. You're just as awestruck as I am. Excellent. Well, you shouldn't be too awestruck for long, as the next match, you hear a snap and your bubble just bursts, is you.
I land on my feet.
The slime splashes and just pulls himself together.
I don't know how that's 8, but I'm not going to question it. Okay. I am standing where I am.
Up from this pillar, broken pillar, come 3 venom ants.
Knowledge check. Creature check. Lore. Anything.
Give me creature, it's a knowledge roll. So, intelligence.
Yes!
Overcharged. These venom ants are not only known for their ferocity and attacking in packs, swarms, they have a tendency to, well, their namesake, their bites are acidic.
Right. With a
Taking
21, I would like to know a weakness if possible.
They are exceptionally vulnerable to anything that could squish them. Their armor is rather poor. They have a general tendency to swarm and take whatever casualties they can.
Okay.
Pretty much anything. This is honestly the best matchup you could have had for your first match.
Okay. Do I need to roll initiative?
Nope, because you were the first on the field, you have the first move.
Alright. Let's see here. For my first trick... Drumroll starts as I frantically look over my spells. I will do... I will start with... single target or multiple targets? That's my issue. I would like to do a good try at a freezing ray and try and arc and get as many as I can on my first try.
Alright, roll it. not bad at all. You get these first two in front.
Are we also keeping to strict damage? Like D6s and whatnot now?
Yes, we are.
I mean, don't tell me, don't let me tell you how to play. I'm just saying that's what we implemented last time, but...
That is what we implemented. I'm waiting for you to roll damage.
Okay, trying to keep a system going. And organize this little
Yes.
game of ours.
All right. Come on. Quit trying to move it. Get... First world DM problems. Character won't select. There. Alright, and they are also slowed, so their turn will go last this round.
Okay.
They don't do cold very well.
Didn't think so.
This ant will turn tail and start moving towards the bodies of the fallen spiders.
Oh, that wasn't cleaned up? What about the snake? Was he cleaned up?
The snake turns to ash.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay. I can dig that.
If you're lucky, you might be able to find something that didn't disintegrate. But you'll have to be looking for something.
Okay. I guess it would be Slick's turn?
Indeed. Slick will move over this way. And with this ant being slowed, we'll roll and smother him.
Oh, no.
It is too hot, he cannot keep his form together. He kind of just puddled underneath him.
Oh my gosh. This guy... Does he get any advantage from the... Did the ants have any ice effect or cold effect on them with that freezing ray?
Nope, they just slowed down.
Okay.
So their movement is going to be cut drastically, and they're probably not going to be able to attack effectively.
I didn't play any coldness on the ground or even make the sand damp anywhere?
Nope, it is really warm.
Oh, dang it.
If you weren't wearing shoes, you'd actually be burning your feet.
Fair enough. I tell him to pull himself together if he can. And plan my next move.
He thinks to you, you just had to go there. Anyway, these two ants, being slowed, cannot move very far at all. Mm-hmm. So they will move one space forward and ignore your puddle.
Hang on, I only slowed the ants, I didn't do any damage to them?
No, you did damage. You just can't see it.
I was about to say, I don't have a meter or anything.
Right. You also don't have your orbs of foresight. Since you told me that you left them at, with Lassie.
Yeah, okay.
So you're pretty much fighting blind as to their health.
Well, I should still know if something, if I've inflicted damage on something. I know.
Alright. You are absolutely correct. I'll give you a bar. The omnipotent voice states that... Well, don't you seem to be having a little bit of a problem? Let me throw you a bone.
I quietly think to myself, did I goof? I'm doing pretty well right now.
No, but your friend is not.
I'm really boggling my mind as this omnipotent voice is reading my thoughts.
I am.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
He makes it evident by the little health bars appearing above the enemy's heads.
Okay.
They're just kind of floating there.
I don't see him.
You don't?
I don't, but,
Oh, come on.
it's no worries if I just... If you can give me a percentage, like at what they're at, that's all I really need, or whatnot.
There. Can you see that one?
Yes, I can see that.
Excellent. I had to make it so you could control him too, but just don't click on him.
Oh, I did. Oops.
If all else fails, I'll just allow you to calculate the damage yourself.
Okay.
Anyway.
Did the back ant all he do was run away?
It seems he is running towards the bodies.
Okay. Are we back to me?
We are back to you.
How large is this pillar? Can I see the ant running away?
You can. The ants are rather large.
Mm. Let's see. I want to go ahead and use a wave of confusion focused on these two ants.
Okay.
And do some psychic damage.
Alright. Roll it. With a 9.
Only a 9.
Only a 9. You know what? Give me a d4. As ants are not overly intelligent, you can get something off of it.
4.
Alright. Let's see. 4. 2. Okay. You deal 10 psychic damage to them. Enter. And give me a d20.
Oh, crap.
Oh, okay. I was going to see if you frenzied one of them. Made it exceptionally confused.
No, this is a new spell. I have not quite honed it.
Well, it is the ant's turn. This guy, the one that's not slowed down. He makes it over to the bodies and starts consuming the viscera.
You do your thing. Okay. What about Slick? Did you skip him?
Nope, he goes in between the fast ant and the slow ants.
Oh, okay.
He is going to take this opportunity, as they are around him, to envelop one of them.
Not bad.
He has overtaken this ant. This ant will not move anywhere. The ant is struggling to breathe.
He has become what we all fear. If only he were a cube.
But Slick here deals by consuming the ant. That times 5. Took the ant by surprise. A very good, healthy 15 damage.
Nice.
This ant is struggling. This ant will not be able to move.
Ant having a bad time.
And on his turn, we'll take an additional 5 frost damage. Slick is icy in nature.
Ooh, nice.
However, this other ant will make it closer to you. And in the next turn, will probably attack you.
Okay.
It is now your turn.
I want to use another new spell. I'm trying to harness some weakness here. And use Compact Grip and basically crush this thing.
Okay.
Like trying to squeeze something from the inside.
You want to pop an ant?
I want to, like, crush this thing.
Yes. Squish him, like the bug he is.
Oh no! This would say I can't see.
Well, it's really good. 18. Give me a d6 and a d4. As this armor is really low. That's a 2, so... Very good. You have completely smashed this ant. It is dead. It is not but viscera.
The ant is compact.